Okay, we're doing our second vid on double boulder tech. This time we're going to be looking at what if you make a mistake and you click on the wrong tick. So let's see what happens. What happens if you make a mistake and you click on the wrong game tick? Okay, launch one click, right? So that was one click instead of 1-2 click like we're supposed to do. That was launch one click. So that's two ticks before the first boulder explodes. So if you click two ticks before the first boulder explodes, this is what will happen. Your first rock will not land on B, and your second rock will land somewhere in this area. So let's see exactly what we did here. So remember, we did we clicked on 2 instead of 3. Okay, our true tile reached B1, and then what did we do? We did not click in the shadow of the first boulder. We clicked on an empty tile, which is fine. So the first tile you click on, what are we learning here? The first tile that you click on after reaching the B1 tile, if you click one tick too early, the first tile you click on after the B1 tile will be where your rock will land on. Let's do it in slow motion this time. Okay, we're clicking early. Our character paths to the B1 tile, and then we choose. Notice here. Okay, so something you guys got to understand here. The reason that the meta tile method works is because when you click on the correct tick after moving from your B tile, there will never be a shadow that can spawn on B1 because it's out of range of the first boulder explosion. Okay, so that's one of the benefits of the meta tile method, is that a shadow cannot spawn on B1 if you click on the correct tick. But if you click on the wrong tick, you can notice here, it's kind of hard to see, but if you look very closely, you can see the shadow forming on the B1 tile. You can see that. Okay, so because the shadow is forming on the B1 tile, I know that, hey, I have to click away from this tile or I'm going to get hit by the first boulder explosion, right? So that's why I click over here in this area. See? And then this tile that I click here is where the boulder drops. And then because I'm still, the double boulder tech always works, the basics of the double boulder tech, where you click in the shadow of the first boulder explosion to evade the explosion of the second boulder. I'm using that tech here. I'm clicking into the shadow of the first boulder, and then the second boulder explosion can never happen then. So in this scenario, we can recover by doing one of two. We can do two things. Number one, we can stall the boss out just like we do in the beginning and run all the way back to our B tile and wait for him to do his second boulder attack, and do the exact same thing and just try it again to click on the B1 tile on the correct tick, because your character will path around this boulder no problem. You won't lose any ticks, and B1 will still be out of range. So if you click on the correct tick, you should be able to set it up correctly. You're just going to have more boulders in this area after shield phase. On the car phase transition, you're going to have more boulders in here, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. The second thing you can do is you can just come over to the east side like we always do if he throws any more double boulders, and place them over here so they're out of the way, and we just focus on DPSing the boss. Okay, you can try to basically recover the fight by just progressing as normal, but you're going to be depending on RNG, because what's going to happen when he goes into car phase, he's going to move from the middle to the B tile, as always, because we're going to stand on the D1 line. When he gets here, you're going to have this rock to protect you. Okay, because look, he's going to go straight. Anything on this B1 line here and back is always going to be protected. from his dash attack, right? So you're still going to have this rock, right? So whenever he does his stomp, you will still be protected if you stand here in this corner, right? You'll still be protected here or here, right? You'll still be protected. So nothing really changes there. You're still going to have a protection rock as long as you place your rock on these tiles and not on these tiles. If you put your rock on these tiles, your second rock, then it's going to get ran over and destroyed, right? So keep it over here so that you can use it to nullify his first stomp. Then when you transition him from this B to this B, then you're going to have to hope that you have a rock out here that survives his first stomp that will be able to protect you from his second stomp, and then be able to make it to the D3 line for the final transition, where he goes from north to south. So that's basically the two things that you can do if you mess up the boulder placement by clicking one tick too early.